everybody, welcome to the Dex, our weekly trivia and battle strategy show about a different Pokemon each week. I'm Artist Alex.
And I'm PokeKellz. This week we're tackling one of the weirder ones.
Yeah, and he seems simple and pretty straightforward at first, but when you think about him critically, he quickly becomes one of the more interesting parts of the Pokemon universe.
Plus, he's a dog. Dogs are cool.
Why do I even bother trying to make this show seem intellectual? Maybe I should just throw on a beret.
Oh, a puppy in a hat. But seriously, folks, we do try to have some sort of academic credibility in our show.
It's Smeargle.
Real talk though, Smeargle are a bipedal dog-like Pokemon with a crest on its head that looks exactly like a beret.
That's because a tuft of fur at the end of his tail shoots paint. And all painters wear berets.
Maybe like in the cool 50s or something. Anyway, apparently the color of the tail paint varies from Smeargle to Smeargle, but in the sprites it's always green.
Unless it's shiny, then it's pink.
Cool it, Poindexter.
It is.
Anyway, wild Smeargle have the absolutely precious habit of painting paw prints on each other's backs as a rite of passage into adulthood. Either that, or it's the most hilarious, long-standing prank ever.
Hey, Smeargle! Yo, what up, Smeargle? I painted a paw print on Smeargle's back. Yo, wait till I tell Smeargle, that's hilarious. They're all named Smeargle.
Smeargle's name is a mix of the words smear and beagle, which is cool because he's a dog that paints. Super cute. However, his Pokedex entry does say that he has some extremely dog-like habits.
A Smeargle marks his territory using a fluid that leaks out from the tip of its tail. Marks his territory? Leaks out? Ew. Bad dog, Smeargle.
Oh, stop, gross man. Smeargle's painterly appearance is also a clue into his very peculiar way of learning moves.
Throughout his training, Smeargle only uses one move. That move is called Sketch. He can use it 4 times.
Sketch teaches Smeargle the last move that was used on the field, unless it was Struggle or Chatter. Think about it, that's endless possibilities there. He can learn basically any move in the game.
Yeah, but I'd probably just use him to make like weird move sets like Rest, Bubble Beam, and like 2 slots of String Shot. I don't know, whatever. That's hilarious.
Yeah, amazing. This also means that he can't learn any TM, HM, Move Tutor, or Egg moves. But because of Sketch, he can teach any possible move to Pokemon in the Field Egg group.
So okay, so that's the long and short of Smeargle, except that we haven't done a ridiculous segment yet.
Oh yeah, that's right. So what'll it be? What secrets do we hold?
Well, because Smeargle's such a unique Pokemon, I thought maybe we could do a little bit of critical thinking of our own.
Oh, great! I love it when we make up new theories.
Yep, this segment's called You Heard It Here First. So, hey Kells, have you ever heard what Ash's Pokedex has to say about Smeargle?
Smeargle, the painter Pokemon. Colored fluids ooze from their tails, which they use to mark their territory and express themselves. Why?
Well, it sounds almost like all his other Pokedex entries, except that this one mentions self-expression.
Ooh, yeah! That seems to imply that Pokemon make art on their own, huh? That's pretty interesting.
Yep. They've also been seen working in nail salons and just doing graffiti all over the place, so it's probably not just tribal cave paintings either.
Whoa! How much of a culture do Pokemon have independent from humans? What do they think is beautiful? Fascinating.
Right? Plus, just take another second to think about how much Smeargle just looks like a stereotypical painter and that he uses his tail as a paintbrush.
Oh yeah, what if there's a Smeargle who just wants to dance? What if he doesn't want to paint?
Well, that's one way of looking at it, but on an even bigger scale, doesn't it seem like human culture is affecting Pokemon evolution?
Weird, it kinda does. There's no way that nature just made an animal that looks exactly like a human painter for no reason. 1 point for intelligent design in the Pokemon world.
Wasn't that neat?
Yeah!
Good!
Pokemon!
Battle strategy! Smeargle's definitely a weirdo, but out of all the moves he can learn, I'd say far and away his best build is one based around Baton Pass. Get a Jolly Smeargle and EV train it in HP and speed to begin.
And make sure to have the ability Own Tempo so it can't be confused, and give Smeargle a Focus Sash so that he can't be one-shotted.
Yup, then just give him something to Baton Pass. Shell Smash is illegal on the RU tier where Smeargle lives, so I'd go with Clink Clank's signature move, Shift Gear.
Shift Gear boosts your speed by 2 stages and your attack by 1. Awesome! Also, you should probably give Smeargle Substitute so that it's safe for whoever switches into the Baton Pass.
And finally, in that last slot, I'd give him Spore. Having access to a really accurate sleep-inducing move is essential for Baton Passing effectively.
Super! Of course, that's not the only way to train a Smeargle, so as always, here are a few random thoughts.
Smeargle can also be used for spikes and use moves like Whirlwind and Spore to cycle through and mess up your opponent's entire roster.
The Focus Sash can also be used for a level 1 Endeavor set based around Trick Room and Dragon Rage, but that's crazy risky.
And that's it! Smeargle, the painter, the gentleman, the scholar.
What?
And also, are you kidding me? We haven't all just been thinking about Smeargle this whole time? My presents.
Ew. Anyway, please leave your suggestions for Pokemon for us to do next in the comments below. I'm PokeKellz.
And I'm Artist Alex. Tune in next week for another episode of
The Dex. What?
Also, are you kidding me? We haven't all just been thinking about Smeargle this whole time? My presents.
Ew. Anyway, tune in next week for another hour.
Just skip all the important stuff.
You don't even say that. Don't worry about it.